and property owners, and they have their
still not working. Weird.
The ARPA money and
why isn't the camera working? I don't know.
They're proposing
that's so strange.
Project.
We'll see if it holds. I don't know if it's going to hold. Well, that's sad if it doesn't work.
So they're
why isn't it working?
Hoping
why don't I see the camera?
They can get some input back from the business owners or any of you who are interested in that thought of making Washington Street one way. And school park reserve use pickleball area restoration project has commenced the installation for the erosion control and tree protective measures. That will be starting up. Asphalt.
Cut in here just a little bit.
The asphalt demo.
Get ready to go.
Week. So when you come here, it'll be a little bit of. You'll see some interesting things going on down at the school park preserve, which is right down there. And again, the whole reason was to have activity down there
pickleball
to deter any type of vandalism and also get use for our city park right downtown. Baldoni Construction is the one that was awarded the project. The city will be hosting nationally recognized downtown revitalization.
16 minutes past the top of the hour here at FM 104.5, AM 950 KAHI, Voice of the Foothills. We're going to cut into the Meddlers meeting for just a bit to show some love to our advertisers. We'll be back to the meeting right after this.
In business, the state of California has millions of regulations, but surprisingly, almost nothing when it comes to the technical
districts. So the goal is to assist the two districts within their current borders and to revitalize it and have them work together. Would they envision this to happen over 2 in-person trips? Okay, we'll include several meetings, and apparently our city manager has worked with Michelle in Loomis, and she's just excellent. She revitalized Loomis downtown, so that'll be really excellent for our town. And finally, Public Works is reintroducing the Health Auburn Water event.
Why I can't see the camera, which it's not. I think it's going to
educate students on
go to sleep on me. It's not working.
From
darn
consumption to the watershed.
Well,
and
I guess we'll see what's going to happen. Thanks for joining me today.
Resolution
fire extinguishers were invented on this day, so
over there on
also
Street. So
make up your own holiday day. So happy National Whiteboard Day. I decided whiteboards. I've got one right over here that tells me
in the area.
I put on the date and kind of the schedule right there. And so like,
efforts are
there we go.
dedicated to mitigating
make it whiteboard day, helping teachers all across the country. All right, here we go.
Really
McCullough Department Store.
18 minutes past the top of the hour, 7:18. Try that again. 7:18 a.m. here at FM 104.5, AM 950 KAHI. You know what it is. It is the Voice of the Foothills. It is Tuesday. It is the 7 o'clock hour. You know what that means. It means it is the Meddlers meeting, the city council or the chamber forum here. And we're going to go back and hear updates now from City Councilwoman Sandy Amari. She's giving the city update right now.
So that's an excellent question. And, you know, we're collaborating with ARD. So ARD is helping solve some of these issues. But from my understanding is that there is adequate parking there. You know, there's all that parking that is below. Anyway, there is parking and there's parking on the side. We don't want to encroach on, there's a couple businesses there and they've expressed some concerns. And I don't believe unless we're trying
it's going to go away. Darn it.
Funeral Chapel Hills to see if we can.
Oh well, man, I don't know why the camera isn't working. That's so weird.
Right now, that's
like it's working, but then it doesn't register that it's working. So like the computer's going to go to sleep. So strange. What does this little button do?
Okay. So anyway,
it's a pop-out dashboard. That's not going to help me.
It's going to be. There will be. Oh, your second question was: is there a sign up? There won't be a sign up. It's first come first served. There'll be 3 courts. And it's like at ARD.
New pickleball courts.
They have their own very sophisticated way of waiting, and they put their paddle in and they take turns, and it's a very good process. Yeah, ARD. Yes. terminal. The terminal, yes. Well, that's my understanding, and maybe Tom knows more. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
We did invite that.
Yeah, Ty Richardson would love to answer that question. Okay, okay. He should come out too.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We have Cindy on the line to tell us all about the county. How are things in the county, Cindy?
Good morning. They're busy as ever, and I appreciate your tolerance while I'm out of town this week. One more time, I'll be back next week. I think some of you know that my husband had his shoulder replaced last Tuesday morning, right after I got off Medler's. He was in surgery, and he has his post-op appointment this Friday in LA. But the funny news is that everything went well. For those of you who know my husband, but the clinic that did his surgery also did Owatani surgeries. That $700 million arm of the baseball player. And I can assure you my husband's arm is not worth $700 million, but the surgery was, seems like it was a great success, but he is immobile for 6 weeks with his right hand and right arm. So he's learning to do a lot of things left-handed after you can train old dog new tricks, I guess. So he's learning. And but he needs a chaperone everywhere he goes because he can't take a risk of fall on that shoulder after that surgery. We haven't seen the bill yet, so we're hoping it isn't too much. But anyway, I wanted to let you know that with the passage of Prop 1, we are trying to monitor what the impacts are going to be on the county. I think all of you know that the Board of Supervisors was unanimous in our opposition to that measure, yet it passed by a very slim margin.
So we have the Medler's meeting. So during this time, I kind of just put it on autopilot, and then whenever commercials come up, like I see a commercial is going to come up in about 7 minutes, then I'll go ahead and put those commercials in. Other than that, I just let this play. This is only Tuesdays at 7, so other than that, we can just kind of let it run, let it ride. So yeah, interesting. And I go into the next studio and I work there on the news, record the news, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See how it goes.
Too soon to tell exactly how the state is going.
So I just get to sit there. Actually, it's kind of interesting to hear about what's going on in the city and in the county, all the updates there. So, and then I also have to pay attention to, like, I got to interrupt. There's got to be commercials that has to come in, all that good stuff. So yeah, we'll see.
And we'll have to look at
Let's see what else we got here.
Are going to need to be reduced or eliminated with this change of funding. So we will keep you posted on that. It is obviously a tremendous impact.
I don't need to share my screen.
Heavily on
That's all right.
those
We don't
funds
need to do that.
To help with our homelessness and mental health issues.
Not sure why the camera isn't showing here
about those impacts. So we'll keep you posted on that. You may also have heard that yesterday, the sexually violent predator hearing during a check-in, it was announced that Liberty Healthcare has located a property to place the sexually violent predator at. They have not given us the address. They have said it is next to tribal land. And there are tribal lands throughout the county.
You don't have access to this feature. Why would that be the case?
I don't know that yet. It hasn't been announced. And there's
I don't get it. This time we have 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Adam!
Person is going to be housed and the impacts in and around that area. The next court check-in hearing is April 22nd at 11 a.m. in Department 32 of
what's going on?
The county court. So, we are monitoring this. Obviously, our DA and sheriff are the most involved with making sure that they understand where this individual is going to be and the security for remaining citizens who
Accessing
live in or near the area that this
the
person will be
camera.
at.
Edit.
I think Sandy did a great job
Details.
talking about the
I
downtown
wanna go
revitalization
live.
work group. I'm so glad they're working
Webcam.
with Auburn first, but they're
I
also
wanna go
available
live.
to
I
help
do wanna
other
go with the
communities.
webcam.
And I know Forest Hill and Colfax
Yeah.
can be unincorporated or incorporated areas of our county. And our economic development team put together 15-member volunteers that will visit the communities and give ideas on how they can build business back in the downtown
There we go.
community. So it's a great new
I
program.
want to go live.
We also want to
the
promote,
webcam.
for those of you who might know, a
Save.
potential candidate that our youth commission is looking for new applicants.
Okay.
And we would like to have at least 2 from District
Interesting.
5. And so please get any potential youth applicants to our youth commission for consideration for the next round of our youth commission.
No, why that's not
And
working.
then today at our Board of Supervisors meeting, we have a number of items. One is that we will have a representative from RCRC presenting legislative priorities and the work that's being done by the rural counties areas. Trying to exert
Look at
more,
that.
Political pressure from
I guess learn as you go, huh?
collaborative counties to have more of an impact on state government. So that
I can start a
will
QA.
be
I can start a
occurring. We
poll.
also will be approving,
That's
I
cool.
believe we'll be approving
Pop out
the
dashboard.
Auburn Library next phase.
Never really
of
explored much of
architectural and
this,
engineering
so
services for the Auburn Library. We need to get that project moving to make sure
select
we
stream.
continue to secure the funds with
Yeah.
the state's budget.
You don't see your
impacts
stream. I do
and,
see it.
Potential revisions to other programs. We know they've cut funding for
But
the next round
why
of
isn't it
library
keeping it?
grants. This one is
Why
still
doesn't
in
it
progress,
recognize
and
it?
we
That's the
need
thing. So
to continue
strange.
to make progress on our end so that we don't lose any funding for that project.
Yeah, that's there.
We will also
Working,
be
but all of a
adopting
sudden
a
I lost the
resolution
camera.
for our HHS
Why would I lose the camera?
director to apply for homeless services funding in an amount not to exceed $7 million through June 30th, 2027. And looking at a Sustainable Groundwater Management Act update
2
to
minutes.
get a report on our compliance activities
Security and
and
privacy.
to continue
Let's
the
click on
recharge
that.
feasibility studies
Camera. Google
groundwater
Chrome
recharge.
has access.
And entering into an
Yes.
MOU with Western Placer
Great.
Waste Management
Should be there.
regarding staffing, as I think I reported last week. I
Microphone.
thought you might all be interested
Yep.
in fire insurance and the insurance market.
Ooh, I am
The
interested in
Little
that.
Hoover Commission,
in fire
kind of a
insurance.
think tank that looks at local governments and state government, is
That's
holding
really
a
weird.
hearing Thursday, March 28th, this
Why wouldn't
Thursday
it
at
access the
10
webcam?
a.m. It's either in person in Sacramento or on Zoom. And the commission is going to review the availability of homeowners insurance in the state and consider the various
course,
changes that have been
Now we're going to go
occurring
to commercial.
and the causes and contributing factors, and then discuss strategies to regulate homeowners insurance market and whether there are additional policy solutions that need to come from the state. So they're going to have Dave Jones, Insurance Commissioner Emeritus, and he's the Director of Climate Risk Initiative and Center for Law, Energy, and the Environment at UC Berkeley. Carmen Balber, Executive Director of the Consumer Watchdog Group. Amy Bach, Executive Director of United Policy Holders. And Rex Frazier, the President of the Personal Insurance Federation of California. They will all be participating in this hearing. So I encourage you, if you can, Thursday at 10 a.m. to Zoom in to that meeting and hear what they have to say and what the Hoover Commission presents. I don't know if there will be any opportunity for public comment. I would assume maybe not, but at least we can hear the information. And I know some of you, Mr. Jones and others in the room, Mr. Gallier,
29 minutes past the top of the hour here at FM 104.5, AM 950 KAHI, voice of the foothills. If you're just joining us, we're doing what we do every Tuesday during the 7 o'clock hour. We're listening to the Auburn Meddlers meeting. We're going to pause to show some love to our advertisers back after this.
Sure, it's here to say you are only as good.
The decrease in sales tax and other public safety tax, sales tax, as well as general fund sales tax and TOT. We're going to be looking very closely at the development of our budget and be prepared for potential negative impacts from state budget changes. So that's, I think, everything I had. Do we have any questions in the room?
Any questions for the county? Ray, you don't have a question?
Wow.
It's spinning, I tell you. One thing, I don't know, hey, Cindy, I could ask you about the Prop 1 thing. Cindy, you hear me?
I do. Prop 1.
Projecting, thank you, Randy. If you look at the California map, you'll notice that 42 counties pretty much overwhelmingly defeated that proposition. 16 counties were in favor of it. We all know where those counties lie. Is there a way to opt out of this and send all the money to Monterey and Santa Cruz and Cimarron and Marin and Frisco and let them deal with the problem that they're so naturally encouraging? Morro Bay.
You know, a lot of, Ray, what Prop 1 did was take money away from the counties and reallocate it based on what the state thinks where it needs to go. So that's our problem and why it's so important, like efforts like today when we hear from RCRC. How do we as the rural communities and counties in the state compete with
227 or check out
32 minutes past the top of the hour. It is 7:32 a.m. We are going to go ahead and head back to the Auburn Meddlers meeting, otherwise known as the Chamber Forum, that happens every Tuesday during the 7 o'clock hour. Right now, we are hearing updates from Placer County Supervisor Cindy Gustafson. Let's go ahead and go back to the meeting now.
Yes. I don't think there's no doubt, Ray. They're gonna do this to us.
And so we focus
Hi, back again. This is weird. Not sure what's going on. Gonna stop the stream. We'll see what happens.
Community outreach, technology,